That's a show.
There you are, just dead silence.
Welcome to the show, everyone. We're having fun laughing at my voice already while we're here in the studio. And, you know, I made it possible for everybody to talk about themselves, and that's what we're doing right here on the radio with everybody out there. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us, and we're going to be sharing the show in just a little bit here. My first guest is a newbie. I love my newbies because they're very nervous. I have with me Kathleen Peacock, and she's the owner of Turnstyle Properties. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do. I've been on your website. I'm just going to start for you, okay?
Okay.
And you're in your business. You have a plethora of different areas, but today you wanted to talk about something that is kind of important to you that you wanted to get out on. One thing that was important. You call yourself a problem solver. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you mean by that.
Good afternoon. I am Kathleen Peacock. I am owner with my husband at Turnstyle Properties, and we're fortunate. God blessed us with the opportunity to join a really fabulous program to where we learned just about everything you could possibly do with any kind of home issues. So whether you're selling, whether you're buying, whether you need to get out of a property, if it's a probate case, who knows. So we've learned an extensive amount of knowledge about how to help people, and we work with a very diverse team of specialists that have been doing this for years. So if you got a problem, we can probably solve it.
Now, when they have a problem, give me an idea of a particular problem. You happen to mention probate. That's a big problem.
Yes.
Right? So what else could be a problem?
So say you're in a home that you're upside down in. Maybe your mortgage is way over what it should be, and you can't seem to get through the problem, get through the property. We can come in and help you redesign that property to increase the value of that property so that you are able to sell it for a price that's more, going to meet your mortgage needs. Or if you, do have a probate problem, probate property that say you wanted to, you're not interested. Maybe you live out of state and, a loved one has passed. We can come in there and give you the best price possible for that home. We work with honesty and integrity in all that we do, so we're not trying to take over a property for nothing. We understand that losing a loved one can be very detrimental to your psyche as far as, what's going on in your world. So what we want to do is come in and help you to be able to get that property fixed up, get it sold. I mean, there's many ways that we can work together to get you the best price possible.
Sometimes that's what it's all about. Especially when something like that happens, maybe you don't want to have that property. You don't need it, and but you do need to get it sold right away. They can help.
Exactly.
They can help in many problem areas that you might be having. They work valley-wide. You do free consultations with people.
Absolutely.
And you're rated with the Better Business Bureau.
Yes, we are.
So their website is Turnstyle Properties with an S, so properties.com. Their phone number is 480-687-5700. If you're dealing with a residential problem, they can help. That number again is 48. We're going to put that in the ad. The 480-687-5700. So you got this training, you said. How did you get that? What's your background in that?
Well, my husband used to run his own company, Home Specialist, and he would go in and do all kind of remodels and whatnot. And about 3.5 years ago, God blessed me with him as my husband, and we bought a home, and I went in and designed it, and then we hired people to come in and do it, and you can find out in a hurry that there's some pretty shady people out there when you're trying to
There's
do
a lot of
something
shady people out there. Yeah.
So what was supposed to only take our remodel specialist 2 months ended up to be over a year, and we had to fight them. And so that's something that we decided straight off the bat, that when we have our company, we are not going to be treating people like that. We want to do it right the first time and get the project done and move on.
So we have a lot of investors that also listen to this station that might also be listening right now that have many properties. So if somebody does have more than one property, can you come in and kind of help them out with that? And they may not even live here.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a lot of investors that don't live in state. They don't. They're not here to watch the properties, or perhaps their renters move out and they need somebody to come in and redo the place in order to get the best value for their money as far as renting that place back out again. And we're very capable to do that. So
Their phone number to call, it's 480-687-5700, turnstyleproperties.com. They're valley-wide, they do free consultations, and they're rated with the Better Business Bureau. So really, what sets your company apart?
well, like I said, I think just being honest and doing our work with the integrity that people expect. I wouldn't want anybody to come in and do something for me that was shoddy work. I expect the best, and that's what I give people, the best.
So let's say somebody's listening right now and they're working with somebody already, right? And they're saying, gosh, I have that happening right now. And I hear it a lot. I hear that a lot, so much, where people have people that come in to do work for them, and you know, it takes forever, or they, especially just to even get started, right?
Right.
And the time value is so much to people right now.
Absolutely.
And so let's say somebody's listening right now, that's happening to them. Can they call you and say, hey, I need you to come in here and talk, you know, check it out, what's going on here?
Absolutely. We'd be happy to come in there, and you know, that's one thing that you have to be able to do while you're taking on a project, is to be there, to be overseeing that work, to make sure that the people that are in there are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and doing it to the best of their ability. So if somebody needed us to come in and oversee a project or take over a project, we're more than happy to do that.
So the project could be something, let's say they wanted to just redo their home. They can do that. They might be, when you say that they are, let's say, upside down on a house. When you say that when they're upside down, that you can actually come in and maybe upgrade that house so that they get more money for that. I've never heard that they could do that. Go ahead. I never even thought about that. Because what happened, like,
Yes.
you know, many, many, many years ago,
Yes.
which affected a lot of people,
In 2000,
how many people knew then that you could just, well, you can just, if you just upgraded your home a little bit, maybe that would do the trick.
Yes, and a lot of the, you know, right now here in Arizona, what we're seeing is a lot of the home prices are sky high. It's in what we call a seller's market. The problem is that the people that are out there buying it, because the interest rates are so low, they're still buying that home at a price that may be over what it's even valued at, because they're just trying to get into that home. So, like the crash in 2008, where a lot of people ended up finding themselves upside down because they had bought at such a high price. Well, in order to make that property worth that money, you have to invest in remodeling it and bringing it up to the standards of today. What's selling? What's looking good?
I have to tell you, my dad we lost our homes in the Northridge earthquake, and my dad lost everything. He did not have insurance. But you know what? He came in and they remodeled it, and
Yeah.
guess what? Out of something bad, something really good happened. Now, and it can happen to you too. They're valley-wide. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit further about some of the problems that they can help you with. Their phone number is 480-687-5700. It's turnstyleproperties.com.
See how easy it is?
Now, we're going to continue talking because we are still live. So I don't stop talking. We're down and we're to the middle of the show. But are you liking it? Aren't you glad you did a little bit longer so far? Because, you know, it gave you that much more time to kind of be more relaxed. Because if you weren't, you'd be going boom, 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 boom. See? That's the difference. and you'll see, because you know you've done the 15s, but different. We'll say anyway. So I'm glad that you did that. Yeah, you sound fine. But I want to talk about more. I want to go and see right now because you've never done this before. You're worried. Don't be worried, okay? Because when you come back the next time, we're going to go more narrow and deep, and I'm going to talk a lot about that. I think the fact that you're talking about, like, for instance, people's being that they're upside down on homes. I'm serious. When we had the crash, that is, well, my house in California, when we lost our home, we didn't lose it completely. Like my parents lost their home completely, we lost the foundation, but we did have insurance, and we were upside down, and we ended up, because we were amongst a bunch of people, millions of people that were doing the same thing at the same time, all of us, it wasn't that big. But now that I know, I would have totally waited longer before I just did that, because we were having people live in our homes, you see, and that's where you could have come in and said that. Now that's something that people may not even know about, which is awesome. That's what I love about my show.
Hold on to it until it goes back up, because it will go back up.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What do you think?
I think you're doing a great job.
You're fine. You've never done it before, so you just never know. We're going to talk a little bit about COVID, and then go back into some of the other things. But right now you're a little all over the board, which most people are the first time. So right now I'm just going to go through it to get you through your first one with me, and then after we're done, you'll sit back and go,
That's what I could have done.
huh? No.
That's what I could have done.
I'll just give you, now you hear this guy that you're listening to right now, this guy, he's Hypnotic One, he's been on my show for 10 years. I have a lot of people that have been on my show for years. I don't know if you've met some of them, but a lot of people that have been back for just years and years and years.
It's exciting.
It's not as bad as it is it?
No, I'm settling in.
Right. And that's the other thing about doing a 30-minute segment, is that you have that time to get that. Because you do the first 15, you go to a break, and you've got that second half that you can slide into. Here we go, ready? God, I'm sorry. Welcome back, everyone. And we're talking with Kathleen Peacock. She's the owner of Turnstyle Properties. We've live on Facebook here. So everybody out there, like us and follow us. We're going to be sharing the show. See how she's getting comfortable? I love it. Now, COVID. How has COVID affected you and what you're doing? Because, you know, you got to go into their properties and stuff like that. What's going on?
So, one of the main things that we found with the COVID, the detriment of it all, and so a lot of people, they don't know that they want to have somebody come into their home. They don't know that they want to sit down with a complete stranger and talk about stuff. But I can assure you that every property that we go into, you know, we're very conscientious about wearing the mask, about wearing gloves, booties if they want us to. The main problem, the main obstacle that we found with COVID is that all of our private money lenders, the hard money lenders, nobody wants to lend, because as you may know, a lot of states, a lot of places, even Home Depots aren't getting the supply that they once had. So for people to be going in and doing the remodels, you know, people are afraid that, is this going to take a lot of extra time because we can't get the supplies we need? What about, you know, finishing the project? And with private money lenders and hard money lenders, you know, you're kind of on a time scale. When you talk to those people, you want to be able to give them a fair estimate of how long this project's going to take. So a lot of people have backed out of doing the private money lending, which kind of puts a hamper on, you know, our being able to fund a full project. You know, to just have the cash on hand to fund the full project, you know, we need to have those people come alongside of us. And since they're not out there lending, that's, you know, a big obstacle.
Mm-hmm. That has been, I'm sure, very big. So what do you mean by when you say private money lenders are hard money lenders? What do you mean by it?
So a hard money lender, they work for a company, basically. They have their own business contracts and whatnot that they are, required to follow. And how much they lease, or how do you say, lend the money, depends on the percentage rate they can charge. So on a private money lender, those are individuals or people that just want to come alongside, help fund a project, and what we do in turn for them is, of course, pay them a good interest on their money. So, it could be the doctor down the street that, decides, hey, I wanna help fund this project.
I'd like to meet someone like to fund my project.
Amen.
Go ahead.
That's, and the way that they get, they're taken care of is by the contracts. Of course, they're on the insurance, there's a contract that says, you're gonna get your money in this amount of time, or you can get it monthly, or however you wanna do it. But it's a good way for people to actually invest in something, and instead of the stock market, which, we don't know today whether it'll be up or down, but if you're lending out money at a certain percentage rate, you're gonna get that percentage rate plus your money back.
Mhm. It's a great way to do that, and especially here. Now, when you work with people, how do you save your clients money?
So by not having to pay all the realtor fees, for one. Okay, so we're not working with a realtor on one side and a realtor on the other side, and everybody wants their cut. We're coming in, we're taking, we're gonna be doing it either cash or, a quick close, so that we don't have all that extra expenditure. Because by doing that, you're able to offer a little bit more money to your clients, so that they don't have to worry about paying all that extra money.
Mhm. And it's all about the money,
Absolutely.
right? Now,
Anybody in the housing market, it's all about the money.
it's all about the money. It doesn't matter which market you're in, it's about the money. Their number to call, 480-687-5700. The website, and on your website, you have so much information there, and I love that you have that, because you're also all about educating them as well.
Absolutely.
Now-
That's the most important part, is that, people can learn how to handle their own finances, how to handle, people that come along and want to scam them out of their money. So, yeah, it's a lot of good information.
Their website is turnstyleproperties.com. Or they're rated with the Better Business Bureau. They do free consultations, and they work valley-wide. So let me ask you this. Is there a certain area that you're looking to buy?
Well, we pretty much will go anywhere. The closer we are to the project, the more oversight we have on it. So we're trying to stay, East Valley, West Valley, it doesn't matter, as long as, we're not having to travel a couple hundred miles every day. That'd
Right.
be detrimental to our
Right.
situation.
Right. But you do work valley-wide with people.
Absolutely.
Do you buy ugly houses only?
Oh, no. Anybody that's looking to, even if you just want to remodel your home, if you need some design ideas, that's where, I love to just come in and design a home and see what it can be, and, show it to a client and say, is this something what you had in mind? So, even if you're not looking to move out of that house, we can still help out. So,
But if you said it could be in any condition, so
Any
perfect
condition.
condition to as bad as what?
as bad as
What's the worst you've seen?
Trust me, Carol, I've seen some really bad.
Really?
Lord have mercy. Some of them, you can't even believe that they're, not giving you money to take it. So it's,
Right.
it's that bad, with no floors or no walls, or the roof is gone, or some of them I've walked into, and with the dirt floors, or the floors that are all wavy, like you couldn't put a piece of tile on it if you wanted.
Now, could you help somebody who is also looking to buy a home
Absolutely.
as well? Okay, so how does that work?
So the projects that we do, for instance, we put them up for sale afterwards. Say somebody is looking to buy a home and they found a place in the area that they want to be in, but the house is a shambles. So we can also work with you on that. Like, you wanna buy this property, we come in and redesign it and redo it the way that you want it to be done. And, then you're in your dream home for a lot less money than what they're charging these days. 'Cause
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Their phone number is 480-687-5700, turnstyleproperties.com. They do free consultations, they're rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they work valley-wide. For the investors that don't live here, that would like for you to come in and fix up some, maybe they have some fixer-uppers that they'd like to also turn around and get rid of.
Yep.
Can you help them too?
We sure can. And there's a lot of people out there, like you're saying, investors, like, they may be in another state, but they're looking at, on the web, and they're finding places because maybe Arizona is the market that they want to rent in. So if they find a place, they can give us a call. We can go in there, do the design. We talk about how the payment structure will work. And then when we're done, they have a perfect place to rent somebody.
Wow. So with your company, when I looked at it, it looks like you're full service and more,
And
is what it seems like to me.
Yes.
Because you not just, help people buy and sell homes, you can help them be flipped. Let's say somebody wants to do that right now, that a lot of people want to learn how to do that, or just or they're trying to do it and it's not working for them. do you have that happen? It's not
Yes.
that, what
Yes.
you think you can do, you may not be able to do.
Well, and that's the one thing that the program that we've taken, we do boot camps all the time. We're learning new stuff all the time. We're, it's online. Every single document, any kind of thing that you can think of. And I'm willing to help people to, come into the business, because that's what we do, is we help each other out. My other business partners, we help each other out by saying, hey, I got this property and I can't do anything with it. Can you help me?
So you've got a group of people that you can work. That means
A
that
whole
when a house comes up, you want to make sure it gets sold fast. So you're going to give them the best price that you can.
Yep.
You're going to fix that up. You're going to sell it.
Mhm.
All right, and maybe you want to stay in it. Maybe you're in an upside down market. Maybe you're dealing with issues. She can solve almost any problem. She's a problem solver when it comes to real estate. Again, if you're either buying or selling, her phone number to call is 480-687-5700. The website is turnstyleproperties.com. They do free consultations. They're valley-wide, and they're rated with their Better Business Bureau. What would you want to leave them with today?
Give us a call today and just see how we can help, because I think you'd be very pleased to work with us, and we'd be happy to meet you.
What I know most about them is that they're all about integrity. They're all about doing it the right way the first time, and so that you don't have to deal with any issues, because they're problem solvers. Again, that phone number to call them, it's 480-687-5700. That website is Turnstyle Properties with an S, so turnstyleproperties.com. They're rated with a Better Business Bureau. They do free consultations, and they're valley-wide. And maybe you're dealing with an issue, maybe you've been upside down. Right now, a lot of people might be. They can help out with that too. 480-687-5700.